In this video, I'm going to look at a standard issue Harris Butset that is issued to every telephone man in the country, probably. And mine took a tumble from about 22 feet off a pole today and landed on the cement, or the asphalt, and it don't work. Let's take a look at it. I trashed my Butset today at work. It kind of fell off my climbing belt when I was about 22 feet up a ladder. It hit the ground pretty hard and it doesn't work, so we're going to take this thing apart and see what the heck I did to it. Save the company a couple $100 buying me a new one, right? I know that the battery clip broke when it hit the ground, so I know that for sure because I kind of popped it apart. Figured I would see if I could make it work, but I noticed that the battery got ripped apart. The battery terminal got ripped right off, so let's we'll open this thing up and reinstall that and see whether that fixes this thing. So there's the business end of this thing. As you can see here, the negative wire has come off here. I don't know if I've done any other damage. These things are built like a Sherman tank. If you ever see the inside of one of these, this is a Harris. I think this one's a Harris. Yeah, this is a Harris. I think they were bought out by Fluke, but I think that this is a better one. I've had this one, well, the whole time I've worked in the business, which has been about 13 years now. This was the original one that I was given, and I like it. The more modern ones have got more bells and whistles. They've got speaker, they've got a speakerphone and stuff in them, whereas this one just has a monitor speaker. But yeah, I like this one. It works. I've had to replace the cord set on it a couple times. But as you can see here, the wires popped off here. And I don't know whether that's the only fault or not, because I did drop it about 22 feet. So we're going to hook this wire back up and just see whether this thing works. If the amplifier comes on and I can hook it up and pull a dial tone through it, then I think we're safe to say that I fixed it. And I think this probably is the only fault that this thing's got. If not, we'll take the rest of it apart and see if there's any other damage. I can see it now. Someone's going to say, why don't I replace the clip? Well, because I don't have one. That's why. Can't replace it if I don't have one. That's a good sign. Sounds like the amplifier's working. See if I can make it amplify something. We'll just connect it up to Yep. I just hooked it up to the record output from my receiver. I do believe I fixed it. But I bet you guys want to see what's inside here, right? What the rest of this thing looks like. Because that's the whole point, right? To take this thing apart and see what's in it. Okay, so I should be able, oh, I got 2 more screws. These things are totally serviceable. Let's say they're built like a tank, and they can take a lot of abuse because these are used by linesmen, right, for working on telecom plants. So they get beat up, they get thrown around with the tools, the tool belt, and they get dropped. And I mean, you just, when you're packing around a bunch of tools and you're climbing up and down poles and up and down ladders, these things just tend to get dropped. So they're designed to take a beating. So here's the speaker unit, right? We have a secondary speaker up top here. This is the amplified speaker. This is the earpiece for standard telephone use, because you can use this as a telephone, right? And the keypad here just plugs in. Everything's all sealed. If you look at this thing, there's a conformal coating. Everything's sealed up. It's like the entire board is waterproof, right? So these things are completely waterproof. Here's our on-off switch. Even it is sealed, right? And it's just a little toggle switch, which is flipped by this plastic actuator. This is the ringer, so that you can use it as a phone and it'll actually ring. And we've even seen one of these things in use as a telephone. If you watch the TV show NCIS, the original one of the main characters, he used to have one of these in his apartment or his house that he used as a phone. You'd see him pick it up and answer it like a phone. You could clip these to your telephone jack, right? To the jack or to the line, and it would work. You could use this as a phone. You can dial out, you can answer calls. It'll store, I think it's 10 memories, and you can tone or pulse. These lights light up red or green depending on the polarity. So if you're connected backwards, it'll light up red. If you're tip and ring or reversed, it'll light up red. If your tip and ring is correct, it'll light up green. And as you can see, everything's coated in this conformal coating that keeps it waterproof. Get these things wet and it won't hurt them. Anyway, that's the inside of this thing. I'm going to put it back together now because I put this back in my car so I don't forget to take it back to work with me. Otherwise I won't be able to do my job. So the battery just fits into this little holder here that fits into the bottom to the base here. So it fits in like this. And that cover fits on like that. And then this whole thing just snaps together. And the cord is exited. There's a strain relief at the bottom here. The cord exits through there. You hear it hissing, and we know that it's working. Okay, that's it, back together. Till next time, thanks for watching.